Good morning. It's Sunday, July 26th, about 10:30. Slept pretty good. Actually got to sleep a decent hour, I think like 1:30ish, which wasn't too bad considering I didn't get done with work till 12:30 and I was fully prepared to be up all night till 4 or later. Was a little bit annoying. I woke up twice in the middle of the night to have to use the bathroom and have to walk over to the shower house. Wake up, half asleep, put my shoes on, walk over there. That was a little annoying. So can't wait to get this RV, the black tank fixed so I can use that again. Yeah, slept pretty good. I've been up for about an hour or so. I just looked. My next campground's about an hour away. I thought it was a lot further than that, but where I'm at in Michigan is kind of the where I'm at in the Upper Peninsula is kind of that narrow point. So it's only an hour's drive down there. It's a national forest campground, so based on the pictures and satellite view, I should not have an issue with solar and Starlink, but you don't know until you see it, so I guess we'll find out. A little bit annoyed this morning. I walked over to use the bathroom, and one of the toilets was clogged and overflowing. That was really disgusting. Both stalls were completely out of toilet paper, so I got to walk back to the camper, and it's bring your own toilet paper day, apparently. So yeah, a little bit annoyed by that, but I don't have to be out of here till 2, but I'm thinking about packing up and leaving now. I'm editing the get my finger out of the frame. I'm editing the video from Monday from Fort Wilkins, and the second half of the Fort tour is even worse than the first. I think I mentioned before that I need to find a better way to hold my camera when I have that microphone adapter on there. So that clip was originally like 48 minutes long, and apparently as I was going, my arms started getting a little bit tired holding the phone because it started like all the video footage is like tilted. So in editing, I'm trying to rotate the frames. One of them was like 14 degrees off. It's terrible, which means a lot more cutting and splicing, and once you rotate it, then like the corners are cut, so you either have to zoom it way in, or I'm gonna see if I can do like a ellipsis type of crop on them to make them look better. But then every time I go for, because apparently I would like periodically notice I was holding the phone funny, and like, so there's some frames where everything is level and then it goes back to being anywhere from 5 to 14 degrees off. So every time I have to adjust the pitch on it, and then I have to do a transition. It's just a ton of editing. I got through, it took me like 2 hours last night to get through about 20 minutes of footage. It's bad. So I've been working on it a little bit this morning, but I'm fed up with it for the time being. So it's supposed to be hot and humid today. It's only 72 out right now, so it's humid, but it's bearable. So maybe I'll just pack up and get out of here a little bit early. And going to a national forest campground, I don't think I'm gonna have issues with early check-in like private RV parks. So and if I do, I guess I'll hold up in a day use area, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna start. Fortunately, I got almost everything outside taken care of. I just need to pack up inside here a little bit. Shouldn't take me more than a few minutes, and hitch up and get on the road. So I will talk to you guys later. All right, it's 11 o'clock. Final walk around. Make sure I have everything. Everything is locked up. Hitch pin engaged, safety chains on, emergency brake on, trailer harness on, battery secured. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Apparently it's going to be a very short show on the road. Guess my first stop's going to be a gas station. Forgot that making 3 trips into Munising and back, that hour drive each way the last 3 days pretty much depleted my gas tank. So great. And look who decided to join me for the trip. I'm gonna need you to exit the vehicle, sir. This one's gonna hurt. I'm on empty too. Kept her under 100. Barely. Alright. Now, let's get the show on the road. For real. No bees. All set. See it. Travel days are really not that exciting. I got about a half hour to go. I'm halfway there. Putting along at 55 miles an hour. Yeah, just a nice, relaxing ride. It's 82 out, according to the truck. So I got all the windows down, so the audio is probably terrible. But it's kind of nice having the windows down, getting a nice breeze in here. No air conditioning. I don't even have any music on. I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. Well, uh-oh. I mean, there's a little bit of sky, but yeah, I mean, this is my site. I don't know. It's a very nice site in here. But I was... Check this out. I mean, this is nice. I do not think that is going to be enough sky. Not to mention, there is... This is a primitive site. There's no hookups, so I'm going to be relying on solar all week. And, I mean, right now it's noon, and this is so the sun is directly overhead, and this is the only sunny area. So I'm going to get no solar here in the mornings or afternoons, and that's going to be a problem. All right, let's, crap. I knew this was going to be a risk when I booked in a national forest, but based on the photos of the site and the satellite view at the time, which you never know how old they are and what tree growth looks like, this looked to be a lot more open than it is. I mean, for a national forest, I mean, that's a fair amount of sky, but it's not nearly enough. So here's what we're going to do. I knew there was a risk when I booked here. There is an RV park nearby that is Plan B. So I'm going to walk around here and see. The problem is I'm planning on, today's Sunday, I plan on staying through next Sunday. I like to make Sundays my travel days. I don't like traveling during the middle of the week because it gets to be a headache with work and scheduling and appointments. So I'm going to walk around and see if there's anything that's even remotely better. And then on the flip side, I got to make sure that it's available, which in the Upper Peninsula, finding weekend campgrounds, fat chance. This would be an awesome campground if I didn't have to work this week. The sites are all spaced out. You're not right on top of your neighbors. It's very peaceful in here, lots of birds. It's very, just beautiful scenery. But it looks like there's a lot of stuff around here to do. I crossed over the Whitefish River 5 minutes ago, which looked like a decent river maybe for kayaking. There's some trails around here, and if I remember right, I looked at the map, we're right on, I think it's Lake Michigan, because I'm on the south side of the UP now. It's like site 28 here. This site might be better. assuming it's available. Holy mosquitoes, but there's a lot more. I assume the sun is south at this point, so yeah. Because Starlink really works best if it can face north. So that would be a pretty decent opening. I'll have to remember this one, see if I can. So yeah, this is site 28. I mean, whoever was just here checked out today, but that doesn't mean that it's not reserved for next weekend. Okay, I just pulled up because this is National Forest, it's all on recreation.gov. I just pulled up the app, and there's not a single site available in here other than the one I have. So I was gonna keep walking around, just check this place out and kill a little time. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to cancel this reservation and go see if I can find someplace else. That's a real bummer. This is a real nice place. I was looking forward to doing a little boondocking, saving a few bucks. I thought I'd done my due diligence. I'd checked, you know, the site photos. I checked Google Satellite View. But the satellite view in all of this area, like, isn't very high resolution on Google Maps. So you can only zoom in so far before everything becomes pixelated and blotchy, and it's really hard to see what you're looking at. So the trees looked a lot thinner, but for all I know, the satellite view was taken in January. I mean, it didn't look like it was white snow on the ground, but trees also may not have been leafed out yet. The photos were a little misleading though, but most of the photos show the site from the road, like where you're standing. And so what looks like is going to be a clearing doesn't necessarily, like, you know, they're pointing at the ground and the picnic table. Like, they don't give you like a panoramic or vertical view of, like, okay, you know, are there freaking 50-foot trees all around your site? Which it's a national forest. Like, I don't expect to have a cleared site, but unfortunately that's what I need. There is an RV park right around the corner. I drove past on the way in. I called. They do have availability, and he got me a reservation for the week. So at least I have a place to go. I don't know. Hopefully that's... I drove past it, so I think it looks pretty open. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, it's just kind of annoying. And the only reason I picked this place to begin with is, again, I knew the risk with booking in a state or in a national forest. But there's no state park campgrounds or county park campgrounds anywhere around here within 100 miles that are available. I mean, I can get sporadic sites throughout the week. I can't even get a contiguous site through the week. And the weekends, yeah, no chance in hell. And I'm pretty sure when I booked this, there was like 2 sites in here, primitive sites available for this 7 days. So, I mean, the UP is nice. I love it up here. It, you know, gorgeous scenery, gorgeous weather for the most part. And I'm having a blast this summer doing all the sightseeing and stuff. But man, I tell you, finding campsites is damn near impossible. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping as I get out of Michigan and start heading west that things get a little bit better, at least until I get to the national parks in Montana and Wyoming. I already know those are going to be a nightmare. I've read the horror stories, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling and complaining now, but we're going to get out of here and head over to that RV park. The guy said there's nobody there. He's going to email me the details, so hopefully those show up sooner rather than later. I might just, I'm back in the truck. He said their normal check-in is at 3, but the site's vacant, so I could get there early if I wanted to, but I might just drive around this park a little bit. I normally don't like driving around with a trailer on, but we're gonna check it out. I don't know, kill some time. All right, bye. Well, as long as we got a little time to kill, I see a lighthouse. You know me, I can never turn down the lighthouse or a harbor. that view out. I don't know how much you can see through my windshield, but too bad it's I don't know if it's just overcast day or if that's smoke. I hope so. I hope there's a place down here for me to turn around.
Oh yeah, there is.
Okay.
Yeah.
The lighthouse is down here about a mile or so, right? Okay. Thank you.
You're almost there. fucking sucked. That last mile of that drive, holy crap. That's what I get for not looking shit up and realizing that was a 1-lane gravel road. But it's pretty out here. That's why. And I did get the email confirmation from the RV park, so I can head over there as soon as I'm done here. Oh, monarchs. It's a little bit hazy. I don't know if that's just haze or smoke. On the right side, this is Little Bay de Noc. This is Lake Michigan. And over on this side of the point is Big Bay de Noc. And if you keep crossing Lake Michigan all the way out that way is Green Bay, Wisconsin. Skull Vikes. I would go down there, but there's a lot of bumblebees in these flowers. Oh, there's monarch. He's flying around too fast for me to film him. He's pretty though. We'll go down here. Less bumblebee activity. So Lake Superior yesterday, Lake Michigan today. Yeah, this is just you can tell I'm out on the point here because this just goes on and on and on and on. It's like a 270-degree view. And that is the lighthouse. It looks like you can go up there. I don't know anything about it. Oh, here we go. I was just about to say no signs. All right, so Peninsula Point Light Station, National Register of Historic Places, 1975. Constructed in 1865 with cream city brick from the Milwaukee area, this tower is all that remains of the Peninsula Point Light Station. Okay, so you can see, I noticed out there was a foundation. And you can see in this photo, this used to be a building here. So the site once included numerous outbuildings and sidewalks. Traces of these are still visible. After building a new lighthouse 6 miles to the south and on the shallow reef that extends out from this point, the Coast Guard deactivated the light in 1936. This site became part of the Hiawatha National Forest in 1937, and the picnic area was developed with the help of the CCC. The keeper's dwelling attached to the tower burned in 1959 and was later demolished. All right. These are very narrow steps. Not looking forward to that drive back out of here. That's all right. There's a view here, but I bet there's a better one a little further up. If I don't get dizzy going. Ouch! I was about to say there's a pretty view up here if I can, if I don't get dizzy coming up and then I bop my head. Too bad this is all graffitied, but here we go. How's this for a 365-degree view? Just me and a whole bunch of spiders. Oh, there's a little, oh, you can even walk out here. Oh, hell yeah. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
I love Russ from RVR TV. Yeah, so here's where all the buildings were and sidewalks and stuff. But you can see what, if you look at that shading in the water, those are shallows and reefs. So that was probably the point of this whole lighthouse here is you can see quite a ways out into there. That's pretty shallow water. Even out, I mean, it's, you can see the color difference way out there. This is awesome. Except for the fact that I'm afraid of heights. Nah, this isn't that bad. Just don't look down. Cool, cool, cool. Too cool for school. All right, now the fun part about this, switch my camera to the other hand, so I can handrail, is going back down. And this time, I'm going to attempt not to bonk my head. Even as a kid, I hated doing the limbo. All right, what do you want to look at? Do you want to look at stone walls while I descend? Do you want to look at my feet? If I was a real YouTuber, I would say something like, leave a note in the comments with what you want me to do. But I'm not really a YouTuber. See, I just descended that on regular view and not even wide angle. It's nice out today. It is really humid, but I don't know, my truck said like 81 last time I checked it, but I doubt it's even that warm. All right, back in ground level. There's a light breeze. It's nice out. All right. I didn't even have this thing pinned on my map. I just left that national forest and saw signs of the lighthouse. Still working my way out of this ridiculous winding road, but view out here ain't too bad either. I think I'll include the dash cam footage of this drive out, but dash cam doesn't capture that view. Got to here, I'll show you around in a minute, but got my little torpedo level out on the counter here. So as you can see, we're not level, which I didn't think so. But like the only side-to-side level I've ever found on this thing, like they have front to back on both sides, and they're not accurate either. But it's just this little one right here. And according to that, I'm pretty much on the money left to right, but it's not. So, I don't know, just Yeah, just me griping. I'm just having one of those days, guys. I think I'll title this video "Turning My Bad Luck Around" or something like that. Assuming I can. Alright, so let's grab a stack of these. I need to pull forward a little bit anyway to clear my slide. This isn't too bad. I'm gonna have, I'm fairly certain that's north, so I got hookups, so I don't need solar, but Starlink should work fine. I'm going to put 2 of these down. Well, 1 deep. I don't know if, and we'll see what it looks like. I'll add a second one up top if I have to. Oh, I guess a couple weeks ago I did a video on campsite teardown. I guess I could do one on campsite setup. So, I don't know if you see my beer, but I'm trying to watch that. Yeah, they're up and on there. I see I got that front one real straight. More importantly, what's it look like in here? Granted, we're rocking because the trailer's not stable. Right on the money. And more importantly, my work surface. But my work surface is not exactly stable either. It rocks. As long as this counter's good, I would assume that this is one of the more level surfaces in the camper. Hell if I know. I don't know what's the floor look like. Floor says we're a little bit in the opposite direction, actually. So, yeah, I don't know. Good enough. I'm making this shit up as I go along. So, yeah, but yeah, if you look at this thing, friggin' way off. So, yeah, note to self. Stop trusting that. Alright, I got enough room. Yeah, my slide will clear now. I am going to hook up the sewer because even though my black tank is fucked, my gray tank still works fine. Alright, we're going to connect to shore power here. I need to get one of those surge protectors and bad campground power things. Trailer plus some. So I really don't mess with them very often because they're just kind of a pain in the butt. I always leave the safety chains on until I'm off and I know this thing's not going to roll away on me. Oh, one thing I gotta watch out for. These safety chains love to get bound up under there, so as I raise this up, the chain gets pulled taut against that bar, and then I can't get the chains off. Yeah, it's trying to do it now. Alright, you're just gonna have to watch from up here. I can't see the camera, so I don't know if I'm in frame or not. Okay, we're clear. Alright, disconnect my chains, disconnect my emergency brake. And my cable. I'm going to set you down for this. Sorry, it takes 2 hands to pull that out. All right, now I can pull the truck away. Let's take the key, grab my wallet so I don't leave that in here and forget about it. Alrighty. Now, according to the bubbler here again, that we don't trust. Oops. There we go. At this height, we are level front to back. Something tells me that is a lie. So we rotate my little thingamabob. What is with the light? Bump some setting. Okay, so according to the little bubbler, we are not level front to back. We are actually high on the front. Normally I don't go to this much effort in leveling. I mean, I try to get it close and I'll put some jacks on one side, but I'm going to be here for a week, so I'll just go ahead and drop that a smidge. One lesson I learned the hard way, or that I tend to forget and remember the hard way, I guess would be a better way of putting it, is to make sure you get level before you put your stabilizing jacks down. They're still a smidge high. Let's see, where's... Where'd the key? There's the key. You may ask, why am I unloading my storage compartment before I'm even done leveling? Basically, I want to get my rug out. In front of my steps. So I track in a little bit less shit. Believe it or not, that was a planned exercise and not just my squirrel moment. Yeah, I think we're going to drop that thing just a hair more. Yeah, this one, like, both these levelers on the sides, like, they're not really anchored. You can kind of move them wherever. Yeah, same with this one, like, they're only screwed in on one side, so, like, these do nothing. Well, it is what it is. Let's see, I'm assuming under here maybe is water. Yeah, don't think I'm going to be hooking up to that. I don't go through that much water. I'll just use the pump in my fresh tank. It's full. Actually, I may not even bother screwing around with the sewer hookup either. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and lower some jacks. If I was smart, I'd go get a tripod. You could watch me do it, but that just seems like a lot of work that I don't want to do. We'll just grab a handful of these. And we'll grab the little wrench thingy-mabob. Yes, I know you can use a drill on these. Yes, I know you should not use an impact on these. But honestly, it's not really that much work. See, I can even do it one-handed. You don't want to lift the trailer, you just want to put a little tension on it. We're a long way down over there. Might put a little bit bigger stack on that one. Great, I've got a few less now because I put some under the tires. You know what I'm going to do? Since this really is not extended that far down, I'll raise this back up a little bit. Pull these out. I'm just going to do a solo under here. I don't even know where my camera's pointed. Probably nowhere good. Yeah, I didn't have to do such a big stack under the front jack though either, or the jack stand. And honestly, I've got 4 packages of these in here. I always used to just keep, I bought 2 for this rig. I used to have 2 in the pop-up packs of, what are they, 10, 8 or 10. So I threw them all in here. So usually I'm used to cranking these jacks like all the way down. On the pop-up. But when I left for this trip, I just threw them all in here. And, yeah, it's kind of handy. All right, a little bit lower on this side, too, or a little bit more of a drop-off. That back clearance, though, holy crap. All right, so I might do we'll do a pretty big stack over here. And a bit of a stack here. Maybe just 3 on this side. We'll put this guy over here. Oh. This has got to be the most boring video I've ever made. I take it back. That Lighthouse Museum on Monday. I don't think anything will ever top that in terms of boring. This is a little difficult to do one-handed, especially because I'm right-handed and I'm trying to hold the phone with my right hand. The things I go through to capture video. All right, last but not least. I missed with my placement on this one. Okay. Locked and loaded. Alright, glide room out. And this is where I like to check that nothing has fallen back down in there that will get pinched or stuck when the glide room extends out. That cord was a little bit stuck. Same thing on this side. Yeah, see my laundry's in the way. All right, all clear. Glide room out. All right. Awning, I don't think we really need an awning today. I could turn the water heater on, but I really don't need hot water right away, so. Pick up my cereal, put the little Syncama thing over there, get out my dish soap, my hand soap, a couple water bottles I just threw in here for a place to throw them. I guess I do got a couple dishes I need to do. All right. Electric cooler's cooling. Since I have hookups, I don't have to really worry about emptying the fridge, which is good because it's pretty well full. I'm gonna grab myself a little sweet nectar of the gods. I'm gonna kick that out of the way. This is that big ass garbage can that doesn't fit under there. I really just need, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that thing yet. But it's a little bit stinky in there. I don't know why this bathroom tends to stink. Like, I don't get it. We'll just hit it with some fake Lysol, Walmart brand. You know, maybe it's a good thing I've wound up at an RV park with full hookups, because there are all kinds of cold beer in that refrigerator that, there's an ant crawling on my arm, that needs to get drank up. I wasn't able, I guess I could have drank some last night, but by the time I got done with work, I was like, I'm going to bed, not starting drinking now. All right, so let's, whoops, my mother self, don't drink that one. All right, we'll put the cold one closest to me, we'll put the warm one in the back. This video footage is probably darn near unusable. There we go. So it's moving around. All right, I'm gonna close that up. It's nice if I really don't need that air conditioner, but oh well. All right, got that all situated. Let's go and get Starlink up. So plan for the rest of the day. That door just does not like to close. So plans for the rest of the day, I'm gonna do a little bit of computer work. Got a little editing to do. And what do you think? Should we do Starlink up front? Yeah, I think we can do Starlink up front. Maybe even on this nice little platform. There we go. All right, so this then, I'd like to build an actual proper pass-through port, but what this camper has is on the side of my bed is this little access compartment, which is very difficult to push open from the bottom because the mattress tends to go over it. So I just kind of run up through. I'd love to have a proper access port, but That's a future modification. Ugh. Open up some windows in here, get a little natural light. Ugh. Not to be confused with Natty Light, the god-awful beer. And then we'll, I don't cook inside, so the stove makes a good place to store my groceries. And my thing of junk food, which you really don't need to judge me about. I almost forgot to crack open my little taste of heaven. That was a squirrel moment. Okay. So anyway, yeah, the cable just kind of passes through this little compartment thingy. I use this bucket to put my fan on. But up here I have this little water cap. Ugh, slide the mattress back. See what I'm talking about? So then I just put that little cap right under there. That way my cord doesn't get squished. All right, got the little Starlink router here. I'm going to turn him on his side. And I'm going to plug that little cable in right there. And can you see any of this? I'm not paying attention. All right, there we go. And we'll kind of turn them around there. And then I got this little breaker bar down here with a little switch on him. And we'll turn them on. And we'll let him start to do his thing for a little while. And yeah, reach under here and get my little fan out. Previous owner wired a couple USB ports back under there, so he's just plugged into USB and I got a little fan moving. All right. Camp nearly established. And we'll get my laptop out. Once Starlink comes up, I'll just use my cell phone to verify that it's up and doing what she's supposed to. Yeah, nice out. I think I'm just gonna sit out here and work. Yeah. See, if I'm properly level, that door doesn't swing open. It just kind of sits there. Yeah, as I was saying before I got distracted. Got a little editing to do this afternoon. And I'm going to start I'm here through Sunday. And get the camp stove. I don't know if here through Sunday. So I need to decide where I'm going next. I think I'm almost done with UP. I think after I'm here for a week, I'll see everything I want to see on kind of like the south central part. And then from here, I think I'm going to head west towards Duluth. But I am going to verify it. There goes my door. And this stupid thing snapped off again. The previous owner used to take that on and off all the time, so the retaining clip is extremely weak and doesn't hold. Yeah, as I was saying for the fourth time, I think I'm going to head towards Duluth. But I need to look through the map and make sure that I have done everything in the UP that I want to do for this year. I obviously missed a few things, especially up around Munising, but I didn't want to stay up there too much longer. Get a little table here. There we go. I like that little table. I don't remember where I got it. Probably Walmart. But yeah, check my map, check all my pins. Make sure I've got enough time to see everything I want to see in South Central while I'm here. Kind of make a game plan for a little bit of what I want to do each night. There's nothing really like touristy, like reservations, like tours I want to do here. I think it's just a lot of just going to see things like that lighthouse or beaches or stuff like that that doesn't really require reservations. So, whoop. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing here. Put this up over here. So yeah, just make sure, kind of make sure I can do everything here, and then that will confirm if I need to go somewhere else in Michigan for next week, or if I can head towards Duluth. My thinking is if I head towards Duluth then, and I know I'll be there next week, then tomorrow I can start calling around to RV dealers and shops and see if I can get this thing in to get that black tank drain replaced. Yeah. This table, I bought another one. The original one's still in the truck. That's one that the everything's all rusted to hell on, and it takes a mallet to open. So I went ahead and spent the money and bought a second one, which is nice. It's nice having two of them. Most of the time I just need the one. But like if I ever want a second table out here for some reason, I have them both. The other one just requires significantly more work to use. So yeah, this afternoon, just just editing and kind of research and getting a game plan together. I'll make some dinner tonight. I'm just gonna have some snackage here for now. I think maybe I'll put my, where'd my chair end up? Oh, it's in here. Yeah, I'll just have a little snack here this afternoon because I really didn't, I had a little bit of breakfast at the last park and I have not eaten lunch. And I'll make some dinner later on. I'm also, because it's gorgeous out here, it's 78 by the way. I think I said it was 80 something earlier, it's 78 now. I don't know if he's doing anything or not. He really should be facing north. I need to get on the app and check it, but that means putting the camera down. This is not level over here, but whatever. All right, so yeah. I'm really tempted to go do a little kayaking. So while I'm online, I'll do a little research on kayaking options. I might go do that this afternoon too. So this clip has been long enough. This is now running 20 minutes. So yeah, put you down for now and catch up later. Okay, so looking at the map here, down here is where I am. And then down here is that lighthouse I just saw. Let's try this way. There we go. So in terms of things pinned, I've got 3 just east of here. I have Fayette Historic State Park, Indian Lake State Park, and Kitchitipikipi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Just a little bit to the east, and then to the west. Zoom out a little bit. That blue dot up here is where I am now. So there's a few things over here. I got Crystal Falls, Rock Dam Falls, lots of falls. Yeah, a ton of falls. So a few things pinned. Everything up here is where I just was, up in the Marquette and Munising area. So then, let's see, let's zoom out of here a little bit. Alright, so here's Wisconsin. So where's Duluth? I think it's up here somewhere. Here we go. Duluth. Okay, so Duluth is way up here. Okay. So there's one more state forest that's a little bit further west. And I've got a few things. See, I think over the course of next week, if I explore this area right around in here, and then, yeah, next week, drive to Duluth, and I can capture this stuff in Duluth. This one spot here in the middle, this Northern Highland American Legion State Forest, that I may just have to miss. Looks like that's... Alright, if I'm looking at this, it's a little hard to see, but I think this here is the state line, so that'd be down with a lot of the stuff's in Wisconsin. Up. So how far? Question is, how far of a drive is it from where I'm at to Duluth? Sorry, I took microphones off. All right, so yeah, I'm at a place called Whitefish Hill RV Park. Yeah, 5 hours up to Duluth, so that's going to be a haul. There's quite a few things I got pinned around the Duluth area too. So I really think, yeah, I can complete everything I want to see in as far as like Western UP this week, and then next Sunday when I check out of here, make the it's 5 hours if you go speed limit. I'm guessing it'll be 6 for me. Head up towards Duluth, so I need to try to find some place around the Duluth area to camp for next week, and then tomorrow I'll start calling around that area for RV repair. I think that's going to be my plan. My plan is to have a plan. All right, we're going to set that down for a little bit here, and let's go walk around this RV park. So looks like there's a bunch of mobile homes kind of across the street. I did drag my picnic table over a little bit. Yeah. It's not a extremely large park. Got a little bit of a playground over there. A little shed there with a whole bunch of power meters on it. Wonder if all these sites are individually metered. I thought I saw something on their website about like if you stay monthly, it's metered power or something like that. I don't know. Wow, this guy's got a little tripod for his Starlink Mini. Check that out. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, just a handful of sites. The review said it's kind of run down, not well taken care of, but looks all right. It is owner operated. There's got a dump station. I've got a place to clean fish. Cool. Let's see, this is the office. Got a little pond set up here. Got firewood, little dinky bundles, $7. Some bundles are worse than others. Yeah, this is it. Whitefish Hill RV Park. I'm glad it's close by where I wanted to be, and I'm glad they had immediate availability. I don't know if this is part of the property or not, but it's kind of cool decor. Yeah, glad they were able to just fit me in right away. It'll do. Doesn't seem to be very busy, so good with that. Yeah, the guy said on the phone that they weren't here, so which is fine. Sent me an email with all the information. They do have Wi-Fi here. I haven't tried connecting to it yet. See how slow it is. I keep hoping somewhere I'll find free access Wi-Fi that has like 50 meg up. I don't know. Even with the mobile homes here, they're all well maintained. Like, I don't know. It is under new management, so I don't know how old that review was. But anyway, yeah, that's campground. That's where I'm staying. All right. So now that I've been around here, I have my plan for the week. Have my cold beverage. Let's look up some kayaking. It's 4 o'clock. It's also warmed up to 4. I am thoroughly disgusted trying to find some place to camp for next week. The only thing I can find is like $60 a night RV park. That is nowhere near where I want to be, so pretty frustrated. Do some more searching later. For now, I did pin a few things on the map around this area. Go check out. I'm gonna drive up and around this area a little bit. I'm right near the Whitefish River here, and see if there really is any kayaking around here. I did a search for kayaking near this area, and just a couple of mentions of it's really hard to find access, even though the river is great, even though it can tend to be a little bit low this time of year, which is fine by me. So I'm gonna see what I can find, drive around a little bit, and if I find anything interesting, I'll film it. Bye.